In his fourth big league game ever, Japanese rookie and WBC hero Masataka Yoshida hit his first home run in the show, smoking one over the Green Monster at Fenway for a 2-run shot. Typically, when a player gets a milestone hit, or every time that happens, someone from the team goes into the stands, finds whoever has possession of the milestone baseball, and attempts to negotiate a trade in which the fan would give the baseball back to the player in exchange for autographed items, meeting the player, etc. Stuff like that. Whatever the two parties agree on. Sometimes, however, fans decide not to exchange the baseball back to the player who hit it. Whether they do so for money, attention, or just the pride of keeping the ball, it happens, and it's usually an unfortunate situation. My position on this is that if I ever caught a milestone home run, I would give the ball back to the player who hit it in a heartbeat, and would be happy to give it to whoever it was in person face to face and meet them. That would be cool, as it's a monumental moment in their lives, and it'd be cool to share it with them. Like the dude who came up with Derek Jeter's 3,000th hit at Yankee Stadium, he ended up giving Jeter the ball and asked for nothing in return.
I had an opportunity to meet him just a little while ago, and he got his ticket from his girlfriend, so he owes her quite a bit after this one. So he's going to be paying her back for quite some time.
I was actually taking a picture. Hopefully he just hit it. And then next thing I know, I look in the air and I see my dad diving across a crowd of people. And he missed it because he has awful hands. And next thing I know, I just saw the ball roll in front of me and I just jumped on it. It was just instinct. I saw the ball. I was like, wow, this is it. This is my chance. I actually played football for St. Lawrence University, and I've gotten a couple fumbles, and I've been on the bottom of the pile a couple times, so it wasn't anything really different. It didn't even cross my mind until they asked me what I wanted, and like the only thing I could think of was like, oh, just signed ball would be nice and to meet him. That's about it. Like I said, it wasn't about the money. It's about a milestone. I'm not going to take that away from him.
However, there are a couple instances where I would not give the ball back. And that's if I caught Albert Pujols' 700th home run or Aaron Judge's record-breaking single-season home run last year, number 62. Why? Because in all honesty, it would be stupid to give that ball away as it is worth so much. Pujols' 700th home run, the one he connected for at Dodger Stadium last year, ended up being sold at an auction for $360,000. As for Aaron Judge's number 62, someone offered the man who got it over $3 million. He actually declined that offer, sent the ball to an auction, only for it to end up selling for just half of that. Still a good chunk of money, but it's safe to say he whiffed on the max he could get from it. That said, you get the point. Unless the baseball is worth millions, I'm giving it back. If it is worth hundreds of thousands or even millions, I think whoever got the ball deserves to keep it and get money for it, as that money will mean a lot more to the average fan rather than a player who's already making millions. But maybe you disagree. Let me know your thoughts on what you would do. But here's the story I want to bring to light today. But really quick, if you enjoy the content, become part of the 30% of viewers who are subscribed. Thank you. So back to Masataka Yoshida's first big league homer. It was a cool moment, and speaking of Yoshida, you could actually make money off of his success at the plate and with anyone's success by investing into them on Prediction Strike, which is a sports stock market. As you can see here, Masataka Yoshida is at a cheap $1.31 to buy into. So go buy low into Yoshida while you still can, or buy low into any player you want who you believe will go up in value and make you money. Just download the Prediction Strike app and sign up using my promo code iTalk and put in however much money you want. If you do just that and put in an initial deposit of $20 or more, you will get a free share. So go do that. But yeah, it's always a cool moment to see a rookie hit his first out of the yard. It's also a cool moment to see fans have a moment with said player. Unfortunately, in Yoshida's case, that did not happen that night, and it seemingly never will. I was watching this game, and the broadcast pointed out how long the negotiations were taking between the person who caught the baseball and the Red Sox person. Not a great sign, so Red Sox sideline reporter Jemai Webster decided to go up there and see what was going on to report back to the broadcast booth that a kid came up with the ball. Aw, so wholesome, right? I'm sure it will be a great moment between a kid and a major league rookie. But nope. According to Jemai, the kid and his family were refusing to give the ball back. The game went on, ended, the fans left, and they left with the baseball. And at that point, there's really no going back because the ball has now lost its value. The ball wasn't authenticated beforehand like Judge and Pujols' baseballs were, so there is now no way to show proof of Yoshida's home run ball being the actual one. The family can say they want to give it back, but lie and give another ball instead, and there's no way to tell. So Yoshida is not getting that baseball back. And after the game, when asked about the whole situation, he didn't say too much as he's a classy guy, but did say through his translator, quote unquote, "I hope that ball is coming back one day." And so does all of Red Sox Nation, Masa. So does all of Sox Nation. Oh, but that's not all, folks. There's more to the story. According to Twitter user at JustCallMeGDR, someone who was allegedly sitting right behind the family who got the ball, that family weren't even originally the ones who got the ball. According to this person, it was a Pirates fan sitting next to them who originally got it and gave it to the kids in that family. And in the tweet, it says that everyone has been trying to reason with that family to give the ball back to Yoshida, only for them to keep refusing. So not only did the family not even catch the ball, nobody did, but apparently didn't even get the ball first. Someone gave it to them, only for them to refuse to give the ball up. Now look, I understand that on one hand, you're fans who paid to sit in those seats and it's your right to keep whatever baseball you get. I get it. But I don't know, maybe it's just the way I was raised, the way I personally am. I would have given up the ball in a heartbeat. And it's not like that would be it for the family and kids if they did that. It would be such a cool experience for everyone involved, as they'd probably be able to have a meet and greet with not only just Yoshida, but maybe even some of the other players as well, plus autographed items, if they really wanted all that. I think that's pretty worth it, especially if you didn't even originally get the baseball. It just seems like entitlement to me. The ball isn't worth hundreds of thousands or millions like Pujols' and Judge's milestone home runs were. That's life-changing money. If that were the case, keep it, or do whatever you want with it. But in the case of a rookie's first ever home run like Masataka Yoshida, it's not worth as much, so why keep it instead of giving it back to the player and having a cool moment? As for the parents in that family, that's not setting a good example for their kids, as I think it's safe to assume those parents were mostly the ones behind the decision to keep the baseball. But it doesn't set a good example at all. You just seem like spoiled and entitled people, and it's just not good. You know what's so ironic about all this too? Is that during the World Baseball Classic this year, Shohei Ohtani hit a home run and a woman in the stands came up with it. It wasn't a milestone home run or anything, but other fans still want to at least have a moment with a Shohei Ohtani home run ball. Who doesn't? So you know what happened? The woman wanted to share her excitement of having the baseball with other fans, so the ball was passed around from fan to fan throughout the stands near her as each fan held the ball, took a picture with it, and passed it to the next person, with all this happening before the baseball was returned back to the woman who caught it. I love America. I love this country. But let's be real here, the odds of that happening in a major league ballpark seem like next to none. And like clockwork, as Shohei Ohtani's WBC teammate hit his first big league homer at Fenway Park, the fans who got it, not even catching it but receiving it from another fan, refused to give the ball back and left with it. I'm not a fan of that. It just doesn't sit right with me. But hey, maybe it sits right with you, and that's okay. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.